Her Majesty will no longer attend Remembrance Sunday service at the Cenotaph in London as she has sprained her back. Buckingham Palace said in a statement that the monarch was disappointed to miss the event. The Queen had said on Thursday it was her firm intention to attend the service after she had taken time away from her duties due to a health scare. Last year's Remembrance service also included notable absentees, after the Queen's son, Prince Andrew, missed the event after stepping back from royal duties. Harry, an Army veteran, was also absent in the wake of his departure from the firm earlier in the year, alongside his wife Meghan Markle. The Duke of Sussex allegedly asked for the royal family to lay a wreath on his behalf at the ceremony, but the request was rejected by Buckingham Palace. The Daily Mail claimed the Queen made the decision to deny her grandson's request herself, taking all of 2 seconds to make the call. A palace source claimed to the paper, "Remembrance Sunday is sacrosanct when it comes to Her Majesty's diary. It's one of the most important dates in her calendar and nothing is done without her knowledge." People were suggesting the palace's reaction to what Harry asked was petty. But it was the Queen's decision. And what's more, she actually had very strong views on the subject. The source continued, "While she has enormous admiration for Harry's achievements both in and out of the military, this was seen as an example of his lack of understanding of what it means for him to be a non-working royal. The Queen is very firmly of the opinion that you can't pick and choose what you do when it comes to the institution. Either you are in dash or you are out." The move by courtiers caused a stir at the time, and allegedly added to tensions between the firm and the Sussexes. However, royal observers argued at the time that royals never lay out a wreath as a sign of personal respect, but instead of the respect of the public or an organization. For example, the Queen lays out a wreath on behalf of the nation rather than performing the act as a personal gesture. In November last year, Ms. Gripper read out comments by Gemma from the Instagram account The Royal Edit, who made this very point. She wrote, "I think it's really important to remember that members of the royal family aren't laying wreaths at the cenotaph personally, but rather on behalf of others. For example, Her Majesty's is on behalf of the nation. This year Prince William's was on behalf of the RAF and N's was on behalf of the Navy. So it wouldn't make sense for Harry to have one laid for him personally. It's always organizations or the public." The whole thing, the alleged request and then the reaction to it, seems to be missing this quite important point. Mr. Myers appeared to wholeheartedly agree with the account's take, exclaiming, "Precisely." Ms. Gripper also claimed that the cenotaph is a public monument, so if Harry wanted to pay his personal respect he could have a wreath laid at any time. It did not need to be a public ceremony. She said, "I think that if Harry wanted to lay a wreath at the cenotaph, it doesn't have to be as part of that ceremony. The cenotaph is there, it's on a public road. After the official ceremonies happen, people can lay wreaths. It is a public memorial, and when I was in London a couple of weeks ago there was a wreath of sunflowers that someone had left there, which was beautiful. If he wanted to leave a wreath and pay a private respect he could have done so, but it didn't need to be as part of the ceremony." In latest royal news, an expert has claimed that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may return for Christmas to spend time with the Queen. The 95-year-old monarch was absent from Remembrance Sunday commemorations today after spraining her back. According to a royal expert, the news could result in a brief return for the Sussexes. Royal expert Jonathan Sacerdote says the visit could be a great opportunity to heal their family rift. He told, "The Queen hasn't met Lilibet and it would be a good opportunity for that. Especially as we're looking at the Queen now with her recent health issues and at such an advanced age. I know that there have been reports that Harry was sad he hadn't got to see Prince Philip more in the final period in his life. I think anyone with older relatives is aware Christmas is a good time to make the time to be together even when you have a busy schedule." It comes after the Queen previously spent the night in hospital on October 20th. At the time, reports claimed that Harry was seriously concerned about his grandmother. It's believed the situation had been made worse as he felt guilty about not saying goodbye to Prince Philip in person before his death in April. A source told Us Weekly, he would never forgive himself if the same thing happened with his beloved grandmother. He felt helpless being 5,000 miles away in Montecito, and has been checking in non-stop with her.